Edna Marie's on. Yeah, episode 161. You were right. Clicking wrong. Christopher's on from the UK. Joseph's on from Nevada. Roger's on in Athens. Already with weather report, 17 degrees Celsius there. Here it's about minus 5 degrees Celsius and windy. 11 degrees in Falmouth and a bit damp. And maybe that's it. There's 4 of you on right now. 4 of you on, 3 thumbs up. So, well, to those of you who have made it on at the beginning, welcome. What a day it's been so far. Last night, my wife decided to head to bed a little early. She normally does on Fridays. And so I thought, you know what? The new Drive to Survive F1 show is now aired. Sarah's on in Germany. Welcome. And it was on Netflix. I thought, oh, I'm going to start watching a couple of the episodes. I watched 3 episodes. I was like 12:30 at night. I got to the point where I was beyond tired. Welcome, Christopher, on the West Coast. And so I went to bed. I slept for maybe an hour, woke up. My phone wasn't charging. Had to get a new charger for that. And then I slept maybe 4 hours all night last night, on and off, up and down, thinking about what I had to do today. Oh, Lena's on. Welcome, Lena. Dawn's on too. Great. Happy International Women's Day to everybody. So today was Stamp Show Day. So I kind of was thinking about what I was going to do. And one of you, not one of you that are currently on right now, but Jeff of Fox Ridge Philately had reached out to me before to say he watched my channel. He said hello at the National. He happened to be there. So he said he was going to come up to this Moncton Stamp Show and we get a chance to meet. So I said, you know what? Let's have an interview while we're there. I want to know a little bit about you. So today we did that. I'll have that video come out in the future. But we did get a chance to do that today, which was nice. I got a few of the stamps that I'm going to need for upcoming videos for the next month for some of the countries that I'm targeting. So I did that today. There is an International Women's Day stamp video coming out later after this live is done. And that's also thanks to Ida Marie and her contributions. Welcome, Lila. Welcome. Glad you're on today too. 17 degrees. Beautiful in Germany for Sarah. Yeah, like I said, it is windy here. And that was one of the things that kept me up last night. My neighbors have a wind chime. And the wind was blowing. We were getting a bit of snow come down, not very much, like 1 or 2 centimeters, but it was blowing hard. And so that wind chime was ringing a lot. So right now it is still windy outside. It's not snowing, but things are blowing around and it's a little cooler. Medi is on in Helsinki, Finland, 7 degrees there. She did 3 hours of writing at a meetup, and now she's off to the ballet. So sounds like a fun day for you, and hopefully the meetup was a big success. Ida Marie said, sadly here the local lodge stamp show organizer has health issues. Hopefully someone else will pick it up. Oh, Carla's on from Mexico, 17 degrees there. Another beautiful spot to be. Germany and Mexico with the same temperature. So yeah, hopefully Ida Marie will have more stamp shows go on and your organizer will get better. 23 Fahrenheit. That's a little bit chilly. Dawn, you're in the cold of winter still there too. I have a cousin who's in Ohio, and she said she was driving home last night and it was snowing and all sorts of stuff. So they were having bad weather. Even northern New Brunswick was having quite bad weather last night with maybe 20 to 30 centimeters of snow and high winds. So what a difference a few hours of driving can make in the temperature and in the weather. Yeah, our local stamp show too, it's very nice. It was quiet today. Now I left earlier than the auction. The auction usually when everybody is there. I got there about an hour before it normally starts so I can get a chance to get a few of the things that I'm looking for, and then did my interview, and then I was home here by about just before 11. So I was maybe at the stamp show for less than 2 hours. What else do we have here? Women's Day in Mexico. Yeah, Women's Day around the world today. Christopher, wish there was a stamp show near him. Maybe you can start one with your collection. Lila's starting to get daffodils there. Very nice. I can't wait to see the flowers start to pop up here. Isabel is 21 degrees Celsius. I'm going to get up to 23 with beautiful blue sky in Chile. Have I ever had a flood in my area? I can tell you when I lived in British Columbia, just before we were moving home, our basement flooded. So that's happened. This house that I live in Moncton, I've never had a flood, knock on wood. So we haven't had flood damage. But there are areas of the city in lower areas that have gotten flood-like conditions. And the St. John River, which runs up between our capital, Fredericton, and St. John down to the Bay of Fundy, that in the springtime floods a lot. So people that live on the banks of that often have flood damage every year. But where I live, luckily, I haven't had any. Just got a message from my sister saying that she was in town with her family. Oh, no, just her that came down. That's the message. But that my parents were having a better day today. Yesterday, Ari and I went and visited my father. My mom wasn't feeling very well, so it was nice to at least have some time with my dad. Christopher says we have had daffodils in bloom since. What do you mean in bloom since October 2024? Oh, big flooding in floods last a couple days in parts of Argentina. Many deaths. Okay, so not in Chile, but in Argentina. Carla, you'll have to take a picture of those purple flowers. Love to see it. A tree I'm not familiar with. Jarkin. It's not jar, is it? It's not the J sound in Spanish. Is it? So is it Jacarandas? Jacarandas, maybe? Don doesn't have any stamp shows in his area either. In Idaho. So maybe I'm very fortunate to have the stamp show that I do have here and every month. What was that? That was perfect. I really tried hard on that one to try to sound it out, knowing that the J sound doesn't sound like a J. You guys must just laugh whenever you see me try to pronounce some of your words in other languages. If you stick to French and English, I'm all right, but after that, it's who knows. Thank you, Lena. I will pass on your hellos to Polo. John says, do I believe in ghosts? I don't know. My gut feeling right now is I would say no, but welcome, Joe from India. John, where are you from anyways? And do you believe in ghosts? That's what's important. Nobody said, hey, Joe, what do you know? Anybody have big plans today? Sarah doesn't believe in ghosts either. I do like to watch shows about ghosts, whether they're Casper the Friendly Ghosts or all that science fiction and fantasy genres that are out there. Very interesting. Can be a bit scary sometimes. Joe doesn't have any plans for today. My plan after this is to get that video out on for an International Women's Day for you guys to watch, and then go get our groceries. That's always our Saturday adventure. Carla has a Women's Day march to go to later with her friends. That'll be fun. Hopefully it's, well, you said it's 17 degrees there, so the weather will be nice for it. Sarah was out in the garden and jumping on the trampoline. Wow. being active and enjoying the spring weather. Wish it was summer. Dawn is hundreds of miles from those major centers in Idaho that may have stamp shows. Item Marie doesn't have any real plans today. Oh, Joseph's going to high school production of Grease this evening. Hopefully the kids do a good job at that. It'll be a lot of fun. I remember going to see that when I was younger. A Reacher on Amazon. Yes, we are Reacher fans here at the house. We've only watched the first couple episodes so far of the new season, but it's on our things to do. We've been watching Halo on Netflix. That is the new show we've been watching. We just finished The Rig. What was the other show we just finished watching too? Can't remember. There's another one that we're in the process of watching as well. Sarah says kids love jumping on trampolines. Christopher's got to go to work today. Oh, Christopher, did you get your car fixed? Last week, that's what you were talking about doing. You had to get your vehicle fixed up. Hopefully, it's all working well. Roger says he believes in ghosts. He believes his father was visiting him when he went to bed in 1996, covering him with blankets. It's a what am I trying to say? That's a comforting, there we go, a comforting thought. 90,000 people at the rally. Wow. That is almost my whole city showing up. Lila is moving home today after a long recovery. You've been sick and away all this time? Have you been in the hospital all this time too, Lila? Oh, well, I'm so glad that you're in recovery for whatever your ailments were. Would explain why I haven't heard from you in a lot. Christopher still needs to work on his vehicle. And yes, Lila's been in the hospital. Well, hopefully you're doing much better now, Lila. It's good to see you back. I know that you have been on a couple of the other recent live streams, but I haven't heard much from you in the mail. Get well. Season 4 of The Mandalorian. I haven't heard anything about that. I know they're working on a Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I don't know if that is instead of a season 4. I know Andor, the new season, is coming out soon. Lila, I won't pry into what the issue has been, but I am glad to hear that you are on the mend. Carla likes Pedro Pascal. Yeah, Pedro Pascal is amazing. I know my wife and daughter like him for more than just being amazing. But The Last of Us, that's the other Pedro Pascal show. Can't wait for that new season to come out too. That should be soon. Lila says, should we sending postcards on the weekend? 57 open slots. You'll have a lot of post crossing to do. A lot of stamps too. I've read that item, Marie, that Denmark is losing their postal carriers, that they won't be delivering letters anymore. I don't know what that means. I've heard that means if you have a letter, you've got to go to the post office to pick it up. So the post office is still receiving letters and sending letters. They're just not having letter carriers or mail carriers delivering them to the door anymore. What a big change. Isabel likes Pedro Pascal as well. He certainly has his fans. I lost something, Joe. Season 3 of what? Or they can use a private carrier if they get their letters sent in Denmark? Okay. You must be talking about season 3 of Reacher, Joe. Okay. Oli is on. Oli is on. Annalina's on. Amazing. Oli is on in Poland. Happy International Women's Day to all of you. Pedro Pascal is Chilean. Waves to everybody. Alain Dupuis is on in Montreal. Welcome. Hello. Bonjour. Gary's on in Surrey, British Columbia. Good morning. You guys are all waking up and showing up now. 17 on, 9 thumbs up. I got a message recently from a woman in Manitoba who found my channel. She found it for the do's and don'ts, I think, or tip 101 of stamp collecting. So it's great to see that other Canadians are finding the channel too. Ida Marie says USA is going through postal changes. We're all going through postal changes. Canada Post still with our strike that we had at Christmas time. We were forced back to negotiations. Those negotiations aren't really going anywhere. We have till May to come up with something before maybe there's another interruption. It's sad. I just want to keep working, and I want everybody to keep sending and mailing letters. Olia says they're making pizza and drink cocktails. They're having a special supper. We had pizza last night for supper, so I had it for breakfast again today too. That's the great thing about pizza is it's usually leftovers. I didn't know Pedro's full name was Jose Pedro Balmaceda Pascal. Is that correct, Carla? Did I say it right or close enough? Phone plugged in too because I've been doing all this filming today. I needed to charge the battery back up again. No Stephen yet today. No, he must have fallen asleep. No Basil today either. Anne Marie says Post Office USA possibly to merge with another government. I don't know. You got a lot of stuff going on down there, Ida Marie. Gary had Korean food last night for supper. That's delicious. Yeah. Pretty multicultural here too. Love Korean food, especially Korean barbecue. Emery says yes, and we are very proud of him. Well, you should be. It's always nice when you have a homegrown talent be successful. We always are that way about all the comedians that come out of Canada and do well in the U.S., whether it be the Jim Carreys or the Mike Myers or the Dan Aykroyds or the Eugene Levy's, or the list goes on and on. Or actors, the Ryans, the Goslings, and Carlos having tamales for breakfast. Christopher's having cook sauce casserole for meals. Okay, you guys are all going to make me hungry again. We're now on the portion where we talk about food. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Joe, about Denmark losing their delivery of letters. Yikes. Ida Marie likes Ryan Gosling. Dawn had Asian stir fry for supper last night. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I don't know what we'll be having tonight. We haven't discussed it yet. Usually when we're at the grocery store, we start to pick out what we're going to have. Saturdays tend to be a big meal. I do most of the cooking during the week. So Fridays is takeout night for us. Saturdays is usually something like chicken nachos, maybe chicken wings, something easy. And then Sunday, we tend to have a roast or something that I do up so there's leftovers for Ari and Shanda for Monday. Joseph said he loves tamales. Gary cooks supper for families on Saturdays, okay? My father used to always do the cooking on Saturdays in our household, and it usually was beans. Or sometimes he did sardines. It wasn't great. That wasn't what I wanted. The stamp show was good. I did buy some things. If you guys have been following along on my Thursday videos about my father's stamp collections, we've been going through some countries. And so that was my focus at the stamp show today, was to look for stamps for some of those upcoming countries that I'll be doing. So I got a few things for that. All right, Isabel, we're going to try this. You're having something like a corn casserole, but it's called pastel de choclo. That is a good suggestion, Gary. Don't go with beans and sardines tonight. Nope. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Carla. Hey, maybe I'm partway there to learning Spanish. Or at least repeating it. But then again, Spanish and French, there is a Latin connection, so maybe it's possible. Maybe one day I'll get to go on a tour and head Mexico and southwards and visit everybody. That would be amazing. I think I've got some personal tour guides in some of those countries now. There he is. Stephen is back. He's awake. His keyboard wasn't working. So he was watching. He just wasn't able to talk. Olia, if you're still on in Poland, I haven't watched your latest writing video, but your mail video was really nice. You got some really cool stuff that came in. See a few other messages popping up above from my sister and from my cousin. There, everybody saying hello to Stephen. You were missed at the beginning. Didn't know where you were. You are here now. Very good facts and limericks yesterday, Stephen. Get a fuzzy on my shirt, on my sweater. Wow, Dawn has 19 pounds of mixed on and off paper. I'm never going to turn down stamps if they show up, but if they are relatively common duplicates, they end up going back out into the world too as I trade. So that's the great thing about having duplicates. There's lots of people out there that'll be interested in them because they're not going to be a duplicate for somebody. Isabel says, me neither, Rob. I've missed something. What did I say? What is that a response to? Yeah, 19 pounds will take a day or two to sort, for sure. Christopher wants to know, what are people using to access this chat? PC, phone, tablet? I'm recording on a phone, so that's what you're getting. One day, I maybe will be able to afford a proper camera system, but I think the phone's working pretty well so far. Joe's on his PC. Always enjoy the limericks and fun facts. Thank you, Stephen. Christopher's on his phone, and the other Christopher's on his PC. Sarah likes the limericks as well. Ida Marie is suggesting sending them for the wounded donation. That's what Stn Main with Smokey did with a bunch of his stamps as well. Don's on his phone. Christopher has me on a TV screen. Wow, I wonder how big of a TV screen am I on? Your 80-inch TV screen? More larger than you ever want to see. Gary's on his PC. And Carla and Isabel are having back and forth conversations of pronunciation, or what they call it, different ones. 40-inch screen. Still a good size compared to the little tiny phone I'm on. Joseph's on his laptop. Ida Marie's on her phone. Stephen gives an update. The cyclone has been a bit rough, but mostly not too much damage so far. It's been very wet recently, so that doesn't help. Sarah's on her phone as well. Some schools collect stamps. I've got a nice pack of stamps I picked up yesterday from a friend who called to say she had some stamps from her grandmother. So I got those. There'll be a video about that coming out in the future too, of why her grandmother was collecting those stamps. $18 people on, 9 thumbs up. Carla's on her phone. So a mixture, phone, couple TVs, mostly laptops and computers. That's predominantly people these days are watching on their phones, right? Does that sound about right? Gary says they're looking at 120 millimeters of rain over the weekend. Yikes. A lot of rain. He's on his laptop. Christopher's package in the post for you. Oh, thank you, Christopher. Appreciate that. Something to look forward to. Can you see me? I'm back. Am I back? Can you read? All right, you got me back again. I could read that you said you couldn't see me anymore, but my live is still ticking away like there's nothing wrong, so I don't know what happened. Hello, GR Infotech. Everybody sees I'm back. Still buffering for Stephen, though. I'm not sure what's going on there. And I don't know what happened. I was talking, and then you guys were saying you couldn't see me anymore for some reason. I hadn't done anything, and yeah. Oh, Lisa's back again. I went onto my laptop and clicked on to see what happened. I have no idea what happened. My content was still showing that it was running. It might be the ghosts. A YouTube conspiracy. Maybe they wanted to take me off. Maybe they didn't like what I was saying. Everybody else seems to see it. trolls are here. We got a couple of them. Maybe they're the ones that disconnected me. Maybe it's the ghost that we were talking about before. Well, they hacked me. I don't know what we'll do. The hard thing would be is if my YouTube channel got hacked and I had to start all over again, I don't know what I'd do. I've put so many hours into it. So many videos. When I was talking to Jeff today at the stamp show, I was saying it's starting to feel like YouTube is my main job and Canada Post is my secondary job, just because I put so many hours into filming, editing, researching videos, putting out content every day. It's a lot. Do I have a backup? A backup of what? All the videos that I've put out? No. They're on YouTube and that's where they are. I don't have enough storage space to save all the videos I've made. Nope, all my videos are just on YouTube. I don't have backups of them all. So once I produce it, now this year I have been trying to save some of the stuff, but yeah, usually once I upload it to YouTube, I delete it off my phone, so I don't have it anymore because I need the space. So if at any point in the future they decided that they were going to wipe my videos off YouTube, I wouldn't have them anymore. Joe asks how Polo is. Polo's doing good. Yeah, he's sleeping now. Yeah, it'd take a lot of storage. Well, as you can see, I've got 1,300 videos or something I've put out. That's a lot of storage space. Your son wants to see Polo? All right, we'll see what I can do here. We'll go for a little trip upstairs. You heard a lot of video content will disappear. That would be very sad if it does, because I would like to think that it is a nice history that people can go in the online and see stuff from the past. Oh, it is warm in his room. So this is his enclosure. He's in his house. So let's put that right there. Hey buddy, you got time to come say hello to everybody for a minute? I know, it's not wake up time normally. We'll do this. Oh, here's Polo. Say hi to everybody. You want to go to sleep, I know. Can we just say hi to everybody for a minute? Normally he's sleeping because he's nocturnal, so he sleeps during the day. But he's quickly going to say hello here. So everybody gets a chance. If Polo hibernated, it would be the end of him. But yes, he would normally hibernate in the wintertime. Making sure you're not doing anything on me. Can you just, we're saying hello to everybody. They wanted to see you. Yeah, can you say hi? Yeah, they're there. Right there. He does want to go back to sleep. So, that's for your son, Joe. So I've put him back in his enclosure, and he's, let's turn this around, you can see. He's running around in there, wondering what's going on and why he got woken up so early. Yeah. All right. That was Polo during the day. We'll let him go back to sleep. Where can I get pet hedgehog? Well, we got ours from a local African hedgehog breeder. I don't know where you get them, wherever you are, but that's where Polo came from. And there you go. Your sons are happy because they got to watch Polo. Well, I'm glad I could make that work out and that the Polo was cooperative enough. Can I touch the spikes? Yeah, I picked them up. You have to know how to hold him. His underside is very soft. His prickly outside, you could see how I held him so he was looking at you. If he gets upset, he'll spike out at you. So if you don't have his hands already quilled down, you'll get spiked. He's pretty fast. Maybe not as fast as Sonic, but he can move when he wants to. I've put out some videos of him moving. I think it's on TikTok. There's one of him running through the library in the kitchen, and yep, he can move when he wants to. Dawn, do I have your, I don't think I have your contact information. So if you can message me on Instagram at thatdadguy1974, I can pass on Joseph's information to you if you like. Well, you can't find an African hedgehog in Chennai? Okay. Cons of a hedgehog, they only live to be about 5. That's a con. They don't live a long time. They're not an interactive pet, really. They want to live solo. They live in their house during the night or during the day. So at home, when you're wanting to hang out with them, they're asleep. And when you go to sleep, that's when they're up. So that's kind of a con. And it's not like a dog that's going to greet you at the door when you come in. So you really have to put it in perspective what you're looking for. They're more than a guinea pig, but kind of in that same type of realm of what you're going to do with it. Like a porcupine, not really like a porcupine, no. Their quills aren't as long. They're not even in the same family, even though they look like they should be. You don't have Instagram. Okay, Dawn, can you send me your mailing address through email? I'm robertlennox@gmail.com. Carla has 2 dogs and they're quite active. Yeah, dogs can be very active. We had a dog before we had Polo. I know my family really would like to have another dog again. I don't know if I could go through it again. So much responsibility and limits you to where you can travel, how long you can be away from home. Does Polo get out and run around the house? Yeah, every night we take him. He goes right from the habitat I just showed you. I put him in a sink of water, warm water, where he can go to the bathroom, so he doesn't do that on our floor. And then I put him on the floor and he runs. He knows where his blanket is in the room where we watch TV. So no matter where I put him on the main level, he knows where to run and get back to that blanket. So that's what he tends to do. You've got big dogs? What kind of dogs do you have, Carla? I think, did I catch everybody's comments now? I think I've caught everybody up to date. Christopher said he used to breed guinea pigs and rabbits back in the 80s and show them. Once again, Carla, you have to send me pictures of your dogs. Like big dogs. If you're going to have a dog, I assume you should have a big dog, because otherwise you have a cat. Well, it was exciting. We got a little bit of Polo in today's episode. We definitely talked about food today in the episode. We talked a little bit about stamps. We've talked about the weather. Dawn has a beautiful tabby cat. Yes, and Carla's dogs have Viking names. Joe has a Great Dane. Oh, I had to give it to your neighbors. Okay. Great Dane is a dog my wife would love to have. But thank you, Joe, for asking to see Polo. It's kind of nice to be able to put him on camera from time to time. Christopher has a black and white cat named Felix. Christopher has a chubby Chihuahua ladybug. 29 years old. Holy. Don's got to go. Yeah, I think I got to go too. I got to get this video out to you guys. We've been on for 45 minutes. So if you take out that little blip of where you guys couldn't see me for whatever reason. Carly said Carla had a Labrador and a Dachshund. Both passed away of old age. That's a sad. But I'm going to wrap that up on that sad note. We're going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for everyone for taking time out once again on their Saturdays to join us and talk about what's going on in your worlds and what interests you. If you guys are out celebrating, Carla, you know, you're going to your big rally, 90,000 people, have fun, make the most of it, hopefully have some great street food while you're out there. And for everyone else, enjoy whatever activities you have throughout the week or the weekend. We'll talk to you all soon. Have a magical week.